Clash of the Titans. I thought we had the good Clash of the Titans earlier when we had Northern Gaming versus NRG, and now we get the classic, the two dynasty teams representing each of the big regions. We will see who is able to stay in the winner bracket. You've heard so much from the desk about how it could go both directions and the meaning of both, but one of the big things here, Flipside has knocked out NRG every season. They also knocked out Orbit last season, which was Garrett's old team. So much vengeance on this line here for Northern Gaming, or for NRG. Wow. It was great up there into the end.
Yeah, you were right there. It's the third time the charm for these boys. Will they finally be able to take down a team that has plagued them in the lower bracket now twice in a row? And as you said, Garrett too last season got knocked out. So full vendetta squad. They just want to be able to prove to themselves, hey, we can beat the reigning world champions. We can take these guys out. But I mean, honestly, I got to also side a bit with Johnny Boy there. I think Flipside Tactics, they perform when they need to. Granted, they're in the uppers. Yep. It's kind of their kryptonite.
So they don't need to.
They don't need to until...
Technically, they're not going to be out if they lose this one, you know.
But we saw them not cave under pressure in the last series we saw yesterday, just barely doing what they had to do at the very end of the day, making it here in the upper bracket. But going against NRG is not what they particularly want to do. And I think NRG has looked and felt a lot more comfortable. Having Garrett as that third man, you know, just watching some of the interviews and talking to some of the players, he's now adapted to more the defensive player. When we saw previously, Garrett, you know, oh my Garrett, this is the guy who's going to score as much as humanly possible.
Oh, and that character still lives inside Garrett. He can still come out and make the goals he needs to. But I cannot wait to get this game underway. NRG versus Flipside Tactics. It's going to be a clash of the Titans, as we have always seen. Northern Gaming earlier got swept by NRG. Can they repeat that here and fully vanquish themselves, fully defeat Flipside Tactics? We will find out as the game gets underway. It's going to be NRG in the blue, Flipside Tactics in the orange. Let's make some noise. We got a game on our hands here as Fireburner puts it across the midfield line and up into the corner. It'll be Greasy Meister with the follow-up, a response. Marky Duda with a touch back towards his own net. Garrett G in the air will not have the length to get there. And it'll be Greasy Meister and Marky Duda now moving up in the blue. Ball traveling back and forth very quickly from end to end. Marky Duda now to the corner. Cooks are in net as Greasy Meister meets Fireburner on the wall. And Garrett G to play this one around. He'll fall back. Allow Cookser to pick that one up. He knew there was no chance he was going to be able to contest anything Cookser did with that, so he just falls back, allows the rotations to reset. They'll push back out after they get the clear.
I suspect we see slow gameplay at first. A lot of respect coming out of both these teams. Flipside Tactics, even in interviews, Marky Duda saying NRG is one of the more terrifying teams in North America. And as we've said, all three of these players have been taken down by Flipside here at LAN, so I'm sure plenty of respect going both ways.
Jacob and Fireburner both airborne. Fireburner gets to clear. Garrett with the redirect, the shot on target, but Cookser with the save at the last moment. The epic save from the MVP of last season, but they're going to continue to push it in. NRG gets the first goal.
This really probably came down to this weak touch for Marky Duda. Don't really know. I think he was trying to stop Fireburner from getting that second touch, but eventually everyone clustering towards middle. All three players there. Eventually Fireburner there to push it on through.
It kind of own goal as well at the end. The last few touches there from Flipside, just all three of them right there in the box. It bounces in. NRG will take it. Take the first goal here of the series. And Jacob somehow gets that pass. Cookser in the air after he had second touch. Fireburner with the setup pass, another down into the box, playing it across the field. Cookser with the clear. And it'll be Marky Duda up into the corner, lofting it high. His players rotate around to the far side. Greasy will back pass to Cookser. He lofts it high as Marky gets set up in goal. Trying to take a shot towards the top of the bar. He brings up two NRG players with him. And now Marky to Greasy. The shot is wide, but Cookser in with the follow-up off the backboard. An open net here, but nobody able to make the shot. NRG will hold on to the lead for now.
This is where we're starting to see the respect from these teams. A lot of predictions, and you'll see a lot of these balls go pretty much untouched or unanswered because they know, well, hey, I know this opponent's going to get the ball. I know they're going to beat me to it. I'm not going to waste my time or my boost. But if they respect too much and they give too much space, we're going to see some really good passing plays.
Cooks are in the air, off the backboard, out into the middle. Greasy Meister to take the shot, but Fireburner blocks him out. Marky Duda in with the continued pressure. Garrett G with a save as well. Greasy Meister will bounce that one around at the midfield. Both teams looking for opportunities to break in. Here's Fireburner with another shot. He won't miss that one. The setup from Jacob's good. 2-0 NRG.
I've got to give this one to Jacob. Predicting the shot, Kuxir thought he would just try and change it, but he went for the backboard instead. Kuxir pre-jumped it, trying to hopefully read the low shot towards the corner, but instead a fantastic placement from Jacob to his teammate.
2:35 left to go in game number 1 right here at halftime, and NRG with the 2-goal lead. We'll look to continue that. Marky Duda gets it into the box, but no one lurking in front of NRG's territory. Nice shot there from Greasy Meister, blocked away by Fireburner. Quite the speed on that ball, and the pass from Marky back to Greasy. Connecting on the pass, but not connecting on the shot. Jacob will be able to push it through. So the midfield, Fireburner trying, his initial prediction was not what he was expecting, and had to recorrect in the air. His touches will be soft. Kuxir will take it to the wall. Pinch it over the top of Fireburner. Drop from Greasy into the box. Marky at midfield does not move up. NRG will be able to pick up ball control once more. It's Garrett G and Jacob laterally lined up. They'll move back, allow Fireburner to contest. The ball bounced loose right now in the orange half. 1:43 left to go. Still 2-0 in favor of NRG.
Flipside also trying to give themselves targets. The best to
that just goes in! Jacob up as a threat, zoning out the defenders. 3-0 NRG.
I don't know if Jacob going up for this is what messed with this save, but both Marky and Greasy unable to make connections. I believe Greasy probably suspected Jacob to make the touch and slow it down, so he altered his trajectory, but it didn't work enough. You can tell the crowd is amped up with this 3-0 lead.
The zone plays from Jacob. Just his position there created a threat that Flipside had to position in accordance with, and then Garrett's shot goes in. They'll be able to put that one back out. 1:25 left to go, and Flipside yet to get on the board here in game number 1. NRG's gonna try and just continue that one. It goes off the crossbar, but Fireburner keeps it in the orange corner. Greasy and Kuxir pinch this one around. Now lost down. Kuxir has an opportunity, but Jacob's there first. He'll shoot it away. Now back into the box. Fireburner again taking it away moments before Marky Duda makes the shot. As the final minute approaches, Flipside has their work cut out for them here in game number 1. NRG looking lights out right now as they are up 3-0 over the world champs.
And I know NRG is not going to take this win lightly. They understand that this is probably not how the rest of the games are going to go. Flipside tactics, they know how to just change it. They know how to play when they need to, and they have to make sure they keep their heads in moving forward.
Now, Flipside Tactics is the team we have seen more than any be beaten in what looks like a sound victory and then come back in Brazil in the other direction. They can easily turn a series around. You'd be like, where was this Flipside last game? We'll see in game 2 if they're able to turn it around. Fireburner now in the air, trying to make a shot. 23 seconds left. It's all but done here in game number 1. It's NRG. Clean plays, clean offense will secure them a victory. And Flipside needs to start thinking about game 2.
And Flipside right now, we see some generally unused back passes from them. Greasy and Marky Duda shooting it nearly towards net, towards the player, or knowing they're going to try and keep control and cross fields with it. But if they're not quick enough to it, a team like NRG that has the mechanical skill to read them, it's not going to outplay them. And NRG will lock down the first game one step closer to finally breaking every curse pretty much they have on them. Every mental barrier they have. First one was pretty much not losing in the beginning.
Beating a European team.
Beating a European team. They've done that. The next one, beat the team that's kicked you out every single year.
Every single time it's been Flipside, but NRG has been so strong in the North American region, the 3-time North American champion, the only team that has ever been the North American champion, and here, finally showing up on the land stage, they have completed the first of the 3 steps they need to beat Flipside.
And we cannot forget Flipside are the reigning world champions. They won last season after a tear through the lower bracket, resetting it as well, so they know how to play under pressure. This is nothing new to them. But if you just go off the last games we saw, NRG got a 3-0 sweep against Northern Gaming, and Flipside barely, in a Game 5 overtime, it made it from yesterday to today in the upper bracket. So, what does that tell? I really don't know, because Flipside does what they do.
I think you look at NRG. Not only have they not been able to win against the European teams, they've struggled. They've struggled so much. The games they've tried to play, but they cannot win. Here they come out. It's not that they didn't win in 5 games against Northern Gaming. They swept Northern Gaming in their first round. And if they could do the same thing here to Flipside, what monumental story would that be to see NRG's turnaround from season 2 to 3? We'll find out. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think the sweep will happen, but I think NRG has as much of a shot as anybody to beat Flipside right now. Here in game 2, we'll move on to Manfield. We will see, can Flipside bounce back after the 3-0 victory there from NRG? Maybe Jacob downfield. Fireburner lurking very far up in the box. Garrett will move up to take the final shot, but Cookser, successful defense in the midfield. He'll be able to set that one out to Greasy Meister. Moves it into the blue. Garrett G in the corner will look to kill. See if he can set up Jacob.
There again, the respect. They let Garrett take that in the corner, suspecting he would hit it, but when he missed it.
Cookser with the block. Garrett was falling down, Cookser was going up, and they both connect. Oh, Flipside with the opportunities, but Greasy Meister misses just wide off the corner. And it'll be Cookser 97 in the back who needs to clean this one out. Fireburn will be spawning on the back lines. Here he comes in that 3 position, moving that one up. Trying to pass to Jacob. He'll look to back pass here, actually moves it through, kind of setting it up for Flipside, but he keeps them zoned out enough. The Fireburner able to pick that one up, transition it back out. First minute will come and go quietly with no goals.
Threatening shot from Flipside Tactics, though. Pretty much the only reason it did not go in was that Greasy Meister was just a bit off target.
Now Fireburner in the corner. Misses contact, but Jacob's right there. Greasy Meister will let that one fly in the air. Fireburner downfield, Garrett over to Jacob, the pass, and oh, it goes back and goes wide, so close. Fireburner was ready for the pass too, but it did not come through all the way. NRG putting together the team plays. They'll have to continue to, they'll have to try one more time. So we're still scoreless. Garrett G with a shot, going high, Marky Duda with the save. Fireburner will let this one drop to Jacob. They'll keep the pressure on here. NRG doing a good job keeping the ball in Flipside's half, but no goals so far for the North American champions.
Both of these teams, as they make their drives, they give themselves 2 options. Either one pretty solid shot onto net, which will force the defender out, or having a player up there in the cheating style position, ready for a pass. They give themselves the options, which is how a lot of these passing plays have resulted in so much threat.
Marky Duda out in the middle. Greasy Meister with the shot. It'll bounce down and in. There's the goal for Flipside. They're up in game 2.
Exactly 2 minutes in with 3 minutes left. Greasy redeeming, I'm sure, what he was a little frustrated with, getting the accuracy and almost missing that again. He's trying to keep it to the corners and the post, which I do like, but you don't want to pull it too close.
The demo onto Greasy Meister a few seconds before that push into the blue is what enabled Marky and Cookser to feel free just to move up, be very, very aggressive, and get that set up. And then Greasy Meister spun in the back line, flies up, switches with Cookser, takes the shot, and it's Flipside up 1-0 here in game 2. NRG will now look to respond. Jacob zoning out both Cookser and Marky Duda. Can Garrett G get it in? He does. Look at this play. Garrett G interrupts everything, or Jacob interrupts everything, and Garrett makes the shot.
Jacob going for Cookser, then Marky. Marky has to do a weak jump and then backflips in a panic, trying to make sure he can get the double jump aerial, but he knew he had almost no time to react, and in that panic, he backflipped instead, leaving a wide open net for Garrett G. Now, 3 shots and 1 goal. He's really bringing it for his team.
That's the power of the zone. Jacob being up in Marky Duda's face, he has to deal with him. He cannot choose to ignore Jacob. And as he jumps over it, Garrett G's window of opportunity opens up. Cookser 97 now in the air. 2:22 left to go. Can he put this in by himself? No. Fireburner will clear it away at the end. Cookser trying to be the hero. We saw him being yesterday, but now Jacob all the way down the field. It'll go in. That's the lead for Fireburner.
After Cookser tried to follow that up, he almost had no boost. Got caught in net, and then the demolition as well. Pulling the last defender, I believe it was Marky Duda, completely off the field. Jacob, Fireburner, I'd be upset if he missed it.
Yep. 2:13. Garrett G will let that one pitch up high. Cooks are now moving this one down the field. 2:07 left to go, and NRG again with the lead here. They have the lead in the series, 1 game apiece, or 1 game alone. It's only been 1 game, and they won it. Marky Duda will let this one wrap down in the corner. Garrett G to pop it up high, but Cooks are open with a follow-up. Shot towards the net, a bit wide. Jacob clears it anyways. Fireburner will rotate around, allow Garrett to move this one. Greasy Meister up to Cookser. This is sort of plays we are used to seeing from Flipside, but they don't make it happen this time. Garrett G out to Fireburner. They'll have one in return. It'll bounce out. Can he finish it off on the crossbar? 2 players up. Garrett G drops it down. 2-goal lead now for NRG.
His counterattack has so much speed. Fireburner's shot was incredible. Just hitting the crossbar, forcing Cookser up. Garrett and Jacob didn't even care if they both went for it, but you still notice Jacob went down to the ground the moment he noticed Garrett had a better shot. They still tried to communicate. Sure. Either way, they did it. Albeit a bit late, but Jacob still tried to correct. Garrett securing it. 2 goals in the lead for NRG.
And Fireburner with the beautiful read. That ball was moving so quickly, and he manages to get the beautiful, easy backboard pass. Just slows it down and makes it very, very straight and unilateral on the field, making it as simple for his teammate NRG to put in. 107 on the board. There's a shot from Flipside, blocked away by Fireburner. The defense from NRG holding on as the barrage of shots from Flipside have been mostly on point in this series, but they have been able to keep it out so often. Here's Fireburner trying to continue it upside down in the air. 51 seconds left in this game, up by 2. NRG's feeling good.
I really think NRG's defense right now is what's keeping this goal line in their favor. I think if any other team was in their spot, Flipside would have a lot more goals. They have
that miss from Cookser. Not what we're used to seeing, and Jacob's going to punish, all but securing the victory.
I really hope we don't see more of this coming into the next few games. This is kind of what we saw towards the end of league play. Flipside started to get a little panicky. I feel like they were overthinking. Cook's here, person that pretty much has some of the best placements and the best shots in the entire league. Seeing him whiff a ball is so uncharacteristic, you can't help but notice it.
Marky Duda plays one towards Greasy. Cookser is up in the air. Nobody's home. That'll be a free shot there for Flipside here. What happened to the defense of NRG?
Well, Jacob, it looks like he was going to go for net, decided to try and chase this through, but Greasy Meister with the pace ended up beating him out to that. Jacob tried to make the dedication, assuming he had that, just must have misread the timing on Greasy, who had the speed.
Well, 31 seconds left. It's always possible, but the 2-goal lead for NRG. A nice comfort there. They'll be able to hold on in game 2, but we saw with Mocket in the previous series against Rogue, they were able to come back so often. Cookser connects with Greasy Meister. It's a 1-goal game, Carpet.
In 3 touches, Cookser manages to whiff and then score and then score. Those are 3 touches in a row Cookser manages to pull off. 1 goal down in 19 seconds. This is all left to NRG to bring up the defense that we've seen all series.
And just when it looked like Flipside was maybe going to have their morale broken, you saw Cookser whiffing in net. And then he comes back and scores twice. 10 seconds left, still the 1-goal lead for NRG. They're going to try and make it 2 here. Fireburner goes bounce around, it's going! Look at this craziness, 5-3 here, 8 goals in game 2.
The moment they start to feel good about themselves, Fireburner manages to push it through both Cookser and Marky Duda.
Oh, wow.
This pretty much probably seals their victory, but again, against Flipside, they're the last team I want to call until it's 0 seconds.
5 seconds left. I think you're pretty safe on that one, especially they did not score immediately off of Cookoff. This clock will hit 0. You can't score 2. It'll drop down. NRG up 2-0 over Flipside. 1 more win is all they need.
You know, we've heard this crowd get nuts.
Yep.
But I don't think we're going to hear them any louder than if NRG were to take this series.
I mean, we might if they were to win the whole thing, but you know.
Well, so far I should have.
We've heard this crowd loud. We have not heard this crowd NRG 3-0 Flipside loud. So we'll find out, but I don't want to call it yet because this season, again, all the reverse sweeps, you don't know. Flipside, pressure's on. We'll find out after game 3. I don't want to call it yet, but my goodness, NRG. Flipside looked better here in game 2. Much, much better. Were able to bring it back, started scoring goals, didn't get shut out here, but NRG was in control the entire match.
I mean, look at what we're facing right now. Either NRG 3-0 sweeps Flipside Tactics, or Flipside Tactics reverse sweeps NRG.
Yeah.
Either way, this is about to be a fantastic game, potentially leading into even longer series. NRG, if they break this is the last mental barrier for them. They finally beat a European team yesterday, and today, or earlier today.
Earlier today, yes.
Earlier today.
That was just earlier, man.
It's a lot.
It's such a blur.
Give me a break.
It's amazing.
And now, if they can 3-0 sweep Flipside Tactics, pretty much the only mental barrier, the only team that's really shut them down every time they show up here at LAN, this will I mean, what else would they have to fear after this?
Rogue, maybe? I don't know. Mocket's been looking pretty deadly, man. They got a lot more teams. There are so many good teams here, but 2 of the best are on the pitch. We'll go to game 3 in Utopia Coliseum, a storied arena here at the RLCS LAN. Can this be the place where NRG takes down Flipside in 3 games and breaks their curse? We will find out probably in the better time of 5 minutes. Jacob puts this one up high. Ball in the orange corner. Early one here by NRG. So they will start on offense. Cookser lofts this one high. Greasy gets it over the top of Fireburner. Gary G out of position. Gets the ridiculous pass towards Fireburner. Interrupted by Marky Duda, but still Solid touches there from Garrett G, and this will see Flipside here slowing this down dramatically in front of the box. Garrett G will play it over to the side. Greasy Meister looking to set up Cookser in the midfield as they have transitioned on to offense. Marky Duna now alone in the blue. Garrett G with the clear, Fireburner in support. That ball goes over the top of the no man's zone. Jacob in the blue corner. We'll get the demo onto Marky, the bump onto Greasy, and Fireburner in with the finish. Here's that pressure from NRG. They'll be able to move on to offense and find some setup for shots.
Want to make sure the Flipside tactics ensures that they have somebody coming in from net. As you know, another demolition from Jacob.
That's Garrett to play it away. We saw a solid push there, solo push from Flipside. 3:42 left to go, still 0-0 in game 3. NRG leading the series 2-0. It'll be Garrett G trying to go for the clear. Touch from Cookser on the other side will drop it in front of Jacob.
Jacob is trying to tilt. That is his 3rd demolition so far.
Passes to Fireburner, takes the shot, goes wide. Solid defensive setup for Flipside, left no real room to shoot. But they'll continue, try and put on pressure here. Flipside now slowly, methodically moving this ball out from their zone, out from their box, and has it now into the blue. We'll see if they can keep it here. A good touch from Marky will set it up for Greasy, and he'll move it across the field laterally. But the ball is basically alone with Jacob now. He'll go for the clear near the backboard. See if he can set something up here for Fireburner. Tries to take the shot, but Marky, right in position, will block it away.
Right now we see Flipside, they constantly are stacking the net, which I believe is pretty smart right now, especially since NRG is trying the demo game. They want to play it safe. They don't know when the demolitions from Jacob are coming, so they're trying to play a little more defensively to make sure they don't get caught out.
Garrett G now. 3 players on the wall as his pass went to the side. Marky in the middle will touch it to Fireburner, puts it now back down in the orange corner. Goes and gets a demo onto Greasy Meister as well. Power play opportunity here for NRG. Cookser will drop this one down into the orange corner. Greasy with a clear out towards Fireburner, puts it back down in the middle. Now we're in a good position to follow up. The ball will roll into the blue, but 2:16 left to go. We're past halftime, still scoreless. Flipside playing safe, just not wanting to be swept here by NRG.
Only one calculated shot for NRG, which means a lot of these opportunities have been shut out by Flipside early on. Oh my! Phenomenal shot from midfield.
Jacob putting that one away. Fireburner put it high. Garrett G now down the field. Will it go in? No. Marky Duda clears it away. Defense holding on here for Flipside, as you said, playing very defensively, looking for the mistake from NRG. There is 1:45 left to go in our game 3. Garrett G up towards Jacob. Greasy Meister interrupts. The Fireburner now with the setup. It's just Cookser in the back. He needs to get the clear away, give his teammates time to rotate. Puts it to the side, and Marky Duda now back across the field. Jacob up towards Garrett, into the corner. Greasy Meister with the read, back out to midfield. Fireburner to the side. This team's going for the long plays right now. We see 4 players tangled up in the corner. Fireburner just blocked this one high. Garrett G has an opportunity to be a hero here, but Greasy Meister says no, not today. They'll keep the pressure on. Cookser will go for the clear, but my goodness, Carpet. 3rd game, final minute, 0-0.
5 shots for Flipside tactic, 2 for NRG. Flipside knows this is their only opportunity to stay alive in this series. They still have 3 games to win, this one including.
Garrett G on the wall. Downfield, Fireburner with an opportunity, but interrupted by Greasy Meister over the top. And now Marky onto the backboard. Jacob's there. Put it back out to midfield. Cookser drops it into the middle. Greasy goes for the plays past Fireburner, baiting them out. Garrett G, solid on the ground, will play this one away from Marky Duda, but it stays in the blue corner. And now this loft back. Fireburner's got to play smart here. They're going to drop this one down. Cookser puts it in. Flipside's up with 26 seconds left.
The pass from Marky Duda. Look at him. Instead of retreating, he goes all the way up for this Fireburner. He saw him last second, tried to slow it down, but the touch went just behind him. Flipside tactics. 26 seconds left. Will they stay alive?
Such beautiful, methodic play here from Flipside as they are able to get the win. Slow and steady, but now, will Jacob happen to them is my question. We've seen him pull off the most absurd of plays. Only one player in the back, it's Greasy, but he gets a great clear downfield. Garrett has to fall back, and now Fireburner into the middle. Final countdown's happening, and Marky gets another solid clear. These hard clears are all the Flipside needs. Marky just keeps the ball control away, and Garrett G will drop this one back. Cookser, will he put it in? No! It doesn't go in, but it doesn't matter. There goes the sweep. Flipside's got to win.
At least they won't get swept, so morale speaking, they're not going to get crushed at least, but NRG still has a lot in their favor. That is only a one-goal game, and it only happened under the last minute. So it still seemed that both teams struggled. Flipside Tactics played a lot more on defense, super heavy defensively. NRG struggled to get a lot of the passing plays through that defense, which makes sense. Which of those two players would you want to shoot on? Greasy or Cooksy, or Cooksy or Marky? Honestly, none of them. So it explains why it was really difficult for NRG to try and finally pierce through that defense. We did see a lot of demos coming from Jacob earlier on, which I'm actually surprised Marky didn't vengefully demo them back.
He wanted to play safe, and he was playing very, very intentionally. We talked a lot about how Rocket League, it can be such a reactionary game, especially for how young it is right now. One of the things that makes Flipside so strong is that their play is so intentional, and we saw there at the end, they finally found a way to get the ball into the corner, have a player in the midfield to be able to set it up, and have Cookser ready to finish the pass off. They get the 1-goal win. That's all they need. 1 goal will do it, and they will not get swept at this point, but still, NRG has them on match point. Flipside having to perform the reverse sweep if they want to pull off a win here.
NRG right now, you can tell they're looking serious. They really want to make sure they have this win, but both teams, I'm surprised it got safer as the series got on. NRG now trying to just make sure they can break through this non-stop defense from Flipside Tactics.
I'm still waiting for a Jacob play. I want to see like an upside down turtle goal or something.
Yeah, I think we're all waiting for it.
But game 4. Here on DFH, Storm's broken out. Seems we were just here 15 minutes ago. That storm cell moved in pretty fast. Garrett G, what? Wow, that was crazy. If that had been on target, that would have been in. Moving so quickly on the ground. Looks to set this one up and go for the demo. Marky's just gonna drive it in. He'll put it through. Flipside's up.
Cooksier wasn't able to make connection on the ball at least. Instead, he just went straight for Garrett.
Look at this kill.
The landing on that worked so well in Cooksier's favor. I thought the ball would have messed him up a bit. He landed perfectly on all 4 wheels. Recovery directly into demolition.
He's like, yeah, here, Marky, I'm gonna put the ball here for you. I'm gonna take care of the goalie. You have no excuses to miss this shot. But now here comes NRG on the offense. Can they bounce back? A win here would keep them on in the upper bracket, but Flipside is on fire right now. 2-0 for the European champions.
Is this the turnaround for Flipside Tactics? Cooksier to Greasy. Well-timed, well-placed, perfectly under the crossbar. It seems that Greasy has found the accuracy that he lacked in the first game. He is now putting them directly where he wants them.
Also, I want to clarify, Mocket is the European champions. Flipside are the world champions. Let's get that straight. Leave respect where respect is due. Marky Duda and Cooksir now up in the corner. Cooksir gonna try and push that through. But 2 players keep him out. And now it's just Greasy in the back. Jacob will set it high. He and Garrett right up on top of each other. They'll have to fall back now. It'll be Fireburner who moves up to interfere. He gets it across the midfield. But Cooksir's right there. Batmobile v Batmobile. There's not many Batmobile players better than Cooksir. Garrett G with the shot. Marky Duda with the clear. He's in the net. Jacob goes in for the contested and Fireburner to try and keep the pressure on. They got to rotate quickly here. Fireburner tries to put it through, but does not make contact with the net. Garrett G will be able to play it back onto the side, but there's Cooksir driving it straight down. So much pressure right now for NRG, but no solid shots coming through just yet.
And they can't let it up. They want to make sure they keep this boost up as much as they can, but now Cooksier with a 1v1.
Oh, Garrett missing that one in the air. That'll probably break the offensive rotation, but Jacob falls back very quickly, able to recover and keep this ball in the orange. Can they get this one out of the corner? The shot on net, Garrett G's shot wide there. Jacob came in, the screen was there, but the blocks were there as well. Marky Duda with the save now, be able to put it back across the blue. Garrett G in once more. It's been a solid minute or so of offense here for NRG, but so few shots really coming out. That one very much on target, but Greasy Meister right where he needs to be. The defensive flip side holding on just like in game 3.
They're so much more conscious of how NRG is attacking them, and they're trying to position accordingly and smartly as well, making sure they stack 2 in net whenever they know several shots will be coming their way.
Jacob in the back. Put that one into the corner. Garrett G to try and wrap it back around. Jacob puts it onto the wall. So the wall's that 4th man. Garrett G's shot towards the goal. Soft, and Cooksir will clear. Fireburner shots to go across the field laterally. Jacob in the air, going for the freestyles. Gonna drop down here. Fireburner trying to put it through, but cannot make contact. 2:26 left to go, just past halftime. Still Flipside up 2-0. Can they make it 3? No. Garrett G slams the door. Keep the ball in the blue corner. Fireburner and Jacob moving out together. It's just Garrett G in the back. He'll punt it high while Fireburner gets set up in defense. He'll punt it again. Block the shot from Greasy Meister. So much time bought there by Garrett G. Marky Duda with another opportunity, but Garrett G just continuing to be a defensive nuisance up and in the grill of Flipside, breaking up all of their plays right now. But right now, NRG, they need the goals. Here's a good opportunity. It's in the air, but Greasy Meister gets there first, puts it away to the side. The ball in the orange. It's been here a lot this game, but no goals yet for the North American champions. 1:38 left to go. They've got to score 2.
NRG is high-lobbing it, trying to take it off the backboard, but against Flipside Tactics, who have the mechanics and the predictions to deal with it, it's pretty difficult for them to capitalize on it.
Greasy Meister down. Garrett G into the middle. Jacob over to Fireburner. The pass plays from NRG, moves the ball into the orange. Cooks are now in the air. Garrett G to try and contest, but does not make contact. The ball drops off the ceiling, and Jacob will put it back into the orange corner. Fireburner in position. Cookser gets juked into the air, but the shot does not go in. Marky Duda clears it away. Final minute approaching, and NRG still has yet to score in Game 4.
Now we're starting to see their accuracy falter. Them and Flipside may have swapped spots for now. Will we see a Game 5, a potential reverse sweep for Flipside Tactics?
Well, let's go, Garrett. He's going to carry this one through. Drops down. The neutral kill from Cookser. Break up that momentum, and now Greasy in the air beats out Jacob, putting it back into the corner. And he's just going to fake him out. What is this play? Flipside on the course. They're going to try and send us to Game 5. I don't want to say reverse sweep yet, Carpet, but my goodness, it's starting to look like it.
I'm not going to call anything for good reasons, but Greasy Meister slowing that down, going instead of for the shot, opting for the backboard pass to himself, absolutely demolishing both of those defenders in net. Now 3 goals up, 30 seconds remaining. It's looking dire for NRG in this game.
I dare to say it, they have to start thinking about Game 5. They have to think about what they're going to do next with 25 seconds left. Struggling to get the ball out of your own half right now. Flipside putting on methodical pressure. It's going to make it very difficult to make any sort of comeback now, down to 15 seconds left, a goal every 5 seconds. Not going to happen here. Game 5 inbound, 2 up for NRG, and then 2 up for Flipside. We'll go to Game 5 to decide who stays alive in the winner bracket. Flipside playing like the world champs they are. NRG trying to break their curse.
After losing the first 2 games, Flipside Tactics, they will never fail to prove how good they are under pressure.
Absolutely.
No matter what they have ahead of them, no matter how big the difficulty, they still manage to keep their heads in the game, stay calm, and they're adapting with the way they need to. They understand they cannot let NRG get the passing plays and the shots off, so they've opted to play more defensively and try and take opportunities from there instead.
Absolutely. We see NRG had shot opportunities. They had 8 shots in this game to only 4 from Flipside, but NRG could not get them on target, could not get them to where the defense of Flipside was away. Just like we saw in Game 3, the 3-man defense working very, very well right now for Flipside, and even though we saw extended sieges in the orange half, no goals from NRG, they have to find a way to break this defensive line of Flipside.
And we spoke on how back and forth it can be, particularly with Flipside. I mean, we're talking, we saw a high goal, or what is it, 5-3 earlier in the series?
Yeah.
And then 1-0, and now here we see 3-0.
This is Flipside for you.
Are Flipside ramping up into making this, a really high score differential? Or will we see NRG do what they need to do to try and finish off this series?
Yeah, I think it's very true that everybody's favorite games are the ones where both teams are kind of bad at defense and you just get like massive goals on both sides.
Yeah, like an all-star match.
Yeah, right now though, Flipside is lighting it up on the defense, keeping it away, keeping NRG scoreless there in Game 4. Game 5 inbound, winner takes all and stays alive in the winner bracket. Who is it going to be, Flipside or NRG? Let's make some noise. Let's get alive. This game is for everything. I cannot wait to see who moves forward. The crowd wants the home team to win, but Flipside have never been beaten by NRG on the land stage. Fireburner out. Jacob with the follow-up. Takes a shot towards the net. Cookser with the block. Brings out Marky Duda as well, though. That's 3 players in the corner. Opportunities galore here for NRG. If they can just get the ball out and away, they are not able to move it out in time. Greasy Meister does move back into goal and will get the kill over the top of Garrett G. But now Fireburner out towards Jacob. This is good offensive pressure from NRG early on here, but they do still have to find a way. They pulled the defense into the corner, but were not able to get the ball out to take the shot. Now, Marky Duda down the field. We'll see Flipside on offense, see how long they can keep it here.
Flipside, genuinely, they're so confident on defense, they just want to pull NRG out, pull 1 or 2 defenders until there's 1 left. They know it's so difficult to break past these guys, but with a fantastically placed passing play, which we've seen from them the past few games, they will be able to push through.
Fireburner lofting this one high. He'll move out alongside Jacob. The dual threat will open up some opportunities here. They both with that ball. Which means Garrett G will be able to move up. Fireburner demos the guy in goal. Garrett G takes the shot. NRG has the lead in Game 5.
This is where you see these players time and time again. You'll see these shots. Garrett will not miss when given the opportunity. A demolition on goalie is what gave him the shot. And honestly, I don't know many people that could make that. All that pressure riding on him. A minute into the game, Game 5, he has to make the shot, and he does.
He makes it look like it's free play. Greasy gets demoed in the midfield, but this one might not matter. Oh, both players miss. NRG with an opportunity, a 1v3. Can they do it? But they punt it so high. The Greasy Meister moves up. Both Flipside players move out, and they will be able to reset on the defense, dodge a bullet. NRG could have extended the lead there, but Cooks are going to take a shot. Garrett G with the plays to put it away, keeping Flipside alive in this. It's been so much of Garrett G this series.
It really has been. He's doing so strong for his team. Top of the scoreboard yet again. And now with 2 saves, 1 shot, and a goal in his favor, he really has shown that he is a fantastic land player.
Cookser lofts this one high. Greasy Meister with the follow. He goes for the bumps and net, but does not make contact. Garrett gets the clear. Cookser lofts this one high. Fireburner sees an opportunity, takes a shot. Greasy with the save. Going downfield, immediate transition onto offense, the push through, but Garrett G's there. He has to get a second touch here, gets it past Marky. Well done by Garrett G. And Greasy Meister flops in the midfield. Fireburner has an open shot. Go for the neck, and Greasy gets there. No! It's 2-0 NRG.
The placement from Fireburner to keep it out of reach of Greasy Meister. I don't know why he missed that. I'm sure he suspected Jacob to go for that, but the backflip, again, the respect of these teams to know they're going to be able to get that. And the moment he doesn't, it puts Greasy off tilt. He tried to chase that down, but Fireburner's placement, so good.
Up by 2. Can NRG hold on and do what they have never done before, beating Flipside on the land stage? Jacob to carry this one over the top. Oh, is he going to put it underneath? Fireburner wasn't quite there, but Garrett G comes in with the support. Greasy Meister has to make the save. Greasy Meister has been on fire all season long, keeping Flipside to only 2-0 right now in this game. But NRG going to try and extend it. Fireburner wraps it around. Garrett G moves up. The screen plays. They pull out the defense. The demolition! It's a 3-goal game!
He baited them so hard for this. The play had been so fast-paced. He just stopped. Marky and Greasy missing that, and Cooks here getting demolished. All of Flipside removed off the pitch. NRG 3-0.
Fireburner with the setup and the demolition. 2 goals in a row right now. Fireburner has set up Garrett G, and Garrett G has followed through. Can they finish this one off in style? Jacob over the top, Greasy Meister in the back, just scrambling for any sort of semblance of ball control right now. But that's all 3 NRG players upfield. Can Marky and Greasy do this one down the field? They'll put it in. Flipside's trying to make the comeback.
2 goals in 2 minutes, more than probable for Flipside tactics. And this season, the opportunity, even after plenty of panic moments, Jacob didn't know which player to read. Greasy and Marky staying so close together. A 2-goal game still, though, in lead of NRG.
1:59 left to go. 1:59 left for NRG to hold on to beat Flipside, but Flipside trying to make the comeback. Even when it looks like their morale should be broken, they make the clutch plays. Here Cooks are up towards Greasy. The shot, it does not need Greasy. It goes in. 1-goal game.
Did Greasy go for Jacob on this bump?
Let's
watch him. Sure.
Let's watch him here. Oh.
He did.
He goes, he bumps Jacob.
Took out Jacob.
It's the physical play right now that is scoring goals on both sides.
1 goal, 1:48 seconds. Plenty for Flipside to score. A long time of defense for NRG to try and keep that wall up.
No, not to steal Shogun's thing, but you didn't tell me you were pressing the button here.
Jacob.
Oh my goodness. What a game. And the crowd right now sounds split between Flipside and NRG. Both teams playing lights out, playing like the champions they are in their own rights. Cookster gets it over the top. Can he do it here? No, Jacob blocks it away. The MVP to save the game. Can he hold on? 1:20 left to go. It's Marky with Greasy in support. Goes for the pass and the shot, but Garrett G, the defensive wall of NRG, will block it away. Jacob on the wall looking for Cookster, but Marky is there.
Oh.
Jacob coming off the wall, blocks it away. The savior. Can he hold on? Nobody in net. Now Fireburner in net right now for NRG with 1 minute remaining. Up by 1. The winner stays in the upper bracket. Greasy Meister now down towards Cookster. Garrett G plays over the top of 2 and punts it high. Time management plays in favor of NRG right now. They can just keep the ball away from Flipside. You see right now Flipside going for a lot of early predictions. Greasy Meister has the save. They have to keep their goal clean right now. The 1 goal score margin is critical for Flipside if they want to be able to play into the 0 time.
NRG has control. Flipside a bit boost-starved as well. Can NRG keep the pressure up? 30 more seconds. Will they finally beat Flipside tactics?
Greasy Meister sets this one high. He doesn't want the high punts. He wants the quick transitions downfield. 18 seconds left on the clock, and Jacob's keeping the pressure on. As Marky Dudak tries to clear it around, Fireburner puts it back into the corner. The final countdown happening. 10, 9, 8. As it goes, can they get this ball into the blue? Greasy Meister down. 3, 2. The ball's on the ground. Fireburner just has to kill it, but he punts it high. Garrett G will follow through. He'll let it touch. NRG has beaten Flipside.
After 2 seasons in a row, being knocked out defensively, they're able to take Flipside tactics out. In a phenomenal Game 5 series, NRG, they did everything they wanted to so far, coming into this lane, and now they have taken down the reigning world champions. Can they keep this up moving forward?
The American dynasty has destroyed all of their curses, has killed all of their ghosts. And look at these players, so happy. Jacob, as happy as I have ever seen him right now. They have never looked in better form, beating the world champs. But we know Flipside. This is now Flipside is at their most deadly. They have dropped to the lower bracket. Everybody must fear them. They are still the gatekeepers. If you make it to the finals, you have to go through Flipside. NRG has done so now. We'll see if they can continue it on.
I think what's absolutely insane for Flipside tactics is the moment you can tell they feel under pressure, something changes. You can actually see the switch. I think even to an untrained eye, you can tell when Flipside turns it on and they know they have to make the plays. You can tell they were playing pretty safely and defensively, but the moment they had to do something, shot after shot after shot, they scored 2 goals back-to-back twice in that series against NRG, a team that you wouldn't suspect that to happen very often.
And in game 4, we saw NRG not getting as many demos as we had seen in the previous games, and then they bring it back out in game 5. Those demolitions from Fireburner so critical in setting up Garrett G, who I hear is standing by with Awesome Joey on the stage. Over to you, Joey.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So NRG 0-4 against EU, 0-2 against Flipside. Are you the difference?
Seems so. Definitely. No.
Okay, so you put on an absolute defensive clinic out there. I mean, notably striker in Season 1, Season 2. Now you come onto this squad, you fall into that position. What's that like for you, and how does that mesh with the team?
It was definitely hard at first, but I'm glad it worked out, obviously, because I've never made it this far in this tournament, and I don't know, it feels great. Thank you.
So the curse is broken. You guys are happy. Anything you'd like to say to your fans?
I just want to thank all you guys for making this possible. I love this game. I just want to thank all of you. Love you guys.
The place is insanely loud. Everyone's been super hyped, and it's for good reason, guys. Once again, NRG, Garrett G, give it up for the boys. Send it back over to y'all.
Thank you, Joey. What a match. The matches just keep getting better and better, in my opinion. NRG and Flipside living up to the hype that was leading up to that match. Honestly, NRG seemed very comfortable going up 2-0, but Flipside They're fighters.
Yep.
And I want to ask about that. And I mean, flip side, they're always able to somehow come up with something to keep themselves in it. Do you want to comment on that real quick, Johnny Boy?
I don't know how we're going to find, or how do we find a way to play as well as we do when we're behind, when we're ahead, or when we're even. We need to be behind to play our best. But from now on, we're going to be in the lower bracket, so it's a given. We're good from here. But NRG, congratulations. Gargi, best player in North America. No team we'd rather lose to in the upper bracket.
Yeah, guys, quick thoughts on that matchup.
Well, I still can't throw out any T-shirts, but Johnny, I think you can because you got the prediction wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I put my faith in my guys. They let me down. But
Nuance T-shirt. Oh, the blind toss.
No scope.
The blind toss.
There it is.
Yeah. Good job.
All right.
There you go.
He stole it from a little kid, it looked like. I don't know.